tell me what you remember about what we learned yesterday on heat and energy. What does, what do we measure temperature with? There's a tool that we use to measure temperature. What is it called, Bernard? It's called a thermometer. So today we're actually going to be looking at some different thermometers and reading thermometers and trying to figure out how those thermometer tools are used. We took a pre-test yesterday, and so I actually grouped you guys into 3 different groups. I have my group 1, which is actually going to be John, Jamal, and Jalen. I have my group 2, that's going to be Janaya and Renard. And then my group 3 is going to be Kamari, Kayla, and Jesse. So, this is what I want you to do. For group 1, I have a choice board over there on your desk. I want you to take a look at the choice board and kind of look over it and see if there's a certain activity that you guys would like to do. I know because you guys had scored pretty high on your pre-test. You kind of like, there's some different options for you to choose from. Now, because we had learned about reading thermometers, there's already a writing about being a thermometer on the choice board, but I'll work with you more about that in a little bit, okay? So while I'm talking to the other groups, I want you to just take a look at the choice board. For my group 2, I want you to be looking at reading these thermometers. You have actually 2 that are already done for you, and you have to write down the temperature, and then 3 that you have to, they're giving you the temperature, and you have to shade in the measurement, okay? Do you have any questions about it? Yes, sir.
So that tells us that it tells us what the shade is right here.
Right, if you see at the top of these that are not shaded, you have 66, 80, 20, and 34. So you're gonna have to actually color it in to meet that mark, okay? All right, and then you guys, we're actually gonna be looking at where heat comes from, okay? Because when I seen the actual test, I noticed that you guys need to, we need some extra practice on this. You can go ahead and get a pencil or not. What page is this? Page 22. Let's find your page 22. God bless you. All right, here we go. I think this is it right here. 1, 6, 7, 22, here we go. All right, so I need you to go up under Google Classroom. If you go up under Science, there's an actual activity for you to do, all right? All right, now I'm gonna go check on the other group. All right, so which one did you decide to work on? The first row? Okay. So, which one are we gonna do first? So we're gonna draw the pictures of the heat transfer, heat pictures, right? So, let's look at what they are talking about drawing. The before and after picture for each type of heat transfer, so conduction, convection, and radiation. Now, when you're thinking about conduction, what is conduction? How does that heat transfer? Do you remember?
I think mine is
open up your computers into Google Classroom. In there, you're gonna actually see in the science, you're gonna actually see a PowerPoint. And in that PowerPoint, you're gonna see that there is a picture of conduction. And whenever you're looking at conduction, you're looking at the heat transfer from an object to you. So what's an example of the object?
It just like if you put like your hand over the candle and then not touching
No,
it.
it's like when you touch it.
Right, so conduction is actually touching it, so that's like when you are looking at the actual piece of the pot handle, right? And if you touch a metal pot handle while it's on the stove, you think it'll be hot or cold? Hot. And that heat is transferring from the actual eye to the pot, through the pot to your hands, right? So that's conduction. Convection is if you have like a pot of water boiling on the stove, you have that water staying hot. Or if you have if you're in a room with no air conditioning and there's nowhere for the heat to escape, and that heat is just staying in that room, that's a example of convection. Radiation is whenever